Why do I feel so stuck? I keep trying to tell myself that I'm ready to change, but always fall back down to what I have been doing before. I feel like I'm stuck in this deep dark hole that I can't get out of. I can see the light above me, but I don't know how to get out of it to reach it. In my past, I used to feel this exact same way. I had ideas and fantasized about all the success, but I would always go back to doing the unproductive things that I knew were unhelpful to me. But eventually, I finally climbed myself out of this hole. To get yourself out of this hole that you find yourself in, we have to examine 3 stages. Let's start with stage 1, breaking the chains. Stage 1 is pretty much cutting off everything that is holding you back. This is a very difficult process because we are so addicted and so reliant on these things that we know are unproductive to us. This takes cutting out addictions that you have, cutting out certain things that are causing you to never make a step forward. Things like junk food and social media and even people. This takes deleting the apps, getting rid of all the video games and junk food that you have, and blocking all the people that are holding you back. For many people, the thing that is holding them back the most is people. Other people that we think are our friends, but they're really not. Sure, it may be nice to hang out with some people, but would you hang out with the same person who acts the exact same way for such a long period of time and not actually try and change? So with stage 1, the first thing that we need to do is just block out everything. Get rid of all the distractions, get rid of all the addictions that are holding us back from becoming our best self. Like I said, this is a very difficult process because we are so addicted to these certain things and it will be so hard to move away from them. But once you do, you will feel so much more relief, I promise you. This brings us to stage 2, building your foundation. Building a new foundation that is very strong and supportive of yourself. This foundation can be mentors in your life, people that will really hold you accountable and help you get to where you want to be. Changing those bad habits with really productive habits that will get you to where you want to go. This new foundation of positive things will only bring you into the right direction, the right path that will bring you to success. But be very mindful and very careful of the certain things that you are implementing into your foundation. You want this foundation to be strong and supportive, something that will hold you up and keep cherishing you to the very top. But one of the main problems that people have with their foundation is who they put into their foundation. You don't want to have that person that is just supporting you and saying, oh, you're right, you're right, you're right, just giving you all the good answers that you want to hear. What you need is someone that will push you, challenge you in everything that you do. They'll hold you accountable when you don't feel like going to the gym, when you don't feel like working. Someone that will really push you and challenge you to get to where you want to be. If you have a positive foundation, they will only lift you up when you have those off days, when you have those tough days that you have to go through. When you don't feel like doing anything, that foundation is there to help you to get it and to do it when you don't want to. With a strong foundation, this brings us to stage 3, building upwards. With this strong foundation, it is time for you to build that foundation to get higher and higher and stronger as time goes on. Like I said, this foundation that you already have is going to hold you accountable. It's going to motivate you. It's going to hold that discipline that you need. And if you have that time where you fall back down and you feel like, oh my God, I'm going backwards, I'm going to go back to the person that I used to be, that foundation is a safety net that is there to catch you and bring you back to the person that you want to be. But how do we expand our foundation? How do we make it stronger? You can do this by challenging yourself, seeking the uncomfortable situations that you know will be difficult for you, that you know that you might fall back on, but that foundation is always there to help you, and you will continue to push yourself through that challenge. Trying to go after those dreams, those passions that you have, that you always have that little voice deep in your mind that is telling you that you can't do it, that you're not good enough. That foundation is there to help you to keep going. And the weirdest thing about building your foundation and building upwards and expanding is making mistakes. Yes, going backwards, even when you're trying to build upwards, is actually the right thing to do. If you make these mistakes, if you make multiple mistakes, consider it as little repairs to your foundation. Repair it, make it stronger, and make sure that it doesn't happen again. And if it does, do it again and repair it even better. What you're trying to do is use these mistakes as learning lessons to make sure that it doesn't happen again and that your foundation is even stronger from before. If you learn from these mistakes and build from them, build from these challenges, build from these obstacles, you are only going to be stronger, tougher mentally and physically. It'll be so hard to knock your foundation down. This will make it pretty much impossible for you to lose that motivation, to lose that discipline, to lose that focus, to try and become your best self. You won't fall back into that hole that you found yourself in. Instead, you will be way above of that hole. You will find yourself out of that hole and seeking all these amazing things that you want to do with your life. And if you do fall back down in that hole, that foundation is there to catch you and help you. These 3 stages are destined to bring you out of that hole that you find yourself in. But you have to realize that with these mistakes, with these things that you're going to face, it's going to happen. It's a process and it's unavoidable. It may take a very long time to even get out of this hole, but you have to have the faith in yourself and have the faith in your foundation that it's going to get you out of it. If you know someone that might find themselves stuck in this hole and need to change their life, feel free to send them this video. Like always, my friends, always embrace the journey.